Good day to you all, and welcome to another episode of Saz Analytica. I'm your host, Joe Saz, and we're going to be jumping into some chart action, see what's been going on with Bitcoin since last night, and hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Let's get to some screen share. Cool. All right, so the support checked out last night. Let's see. So we're actually kind of ping-ponging between the RSI, if anything. We had a great set of signals down here. The cooked RSI came up, back down to a signal range without signals. Maybe there was something on a smaller time frame, like a 5 minute, 1 minute, 5 second. And we managed to have bounced up out of there. And now we're right in the really high end of the RSI. Now we're probably looking at a decent short entry here. I think we're playing a range. Keep in mind, this is a Friday. The weekly close does post today. So Fridays of all days tend to be the day with the most shenanigans, and Sundays, which would be the weekly opening. So what's up, Pim, and what's up, Cass? Hope you guys are doing great. Oh man. Yeah, not filled in the range and tight range. Absolutely. Yeah, this range is kind of weird. The sub 30,000 but like above 29,000 range. I mean, it's like 29 to 29.5. It's kind of funky. I like it. The longer we go sideways, the more we establish price discovery in this range, and it's not quite a rejection. What, if anything, we're rejecting the further moves to the downside. That's what I see. So I look at this as a price discovery support. And Cass, I'm excellent. Thanks. Beautiful day. Yeah, have a call to get to with some good friends. And tomorrow's fight day. So I mean, next 2 days are going to be fantastic. Yeah, this was a good trade. I'm still in my long. I'm gonna get back into scalping a bit. I'm just getting my feet back in the water. Got to make sure I do it right. So I am going to exit soon. I'm getting back to being a scalper. I mean, my gut says exit now. You know, it would be one thing if I was trading with high lev and stuff like that, and there was a lot of money riding on it, but it's not the same type of trade. I'm in a spot trade, so I have a lot more time to be patient. So yeah, things are looking good though, and this is a Friday. We're probably going to be doing a little bit of bouncing up and down and all around closer to the end of the day. We'll see what happens. Honestly, with the sideways action that we've had, other than some steep moves down in past weeks, is a Friday going to be the same as it is every other day? Every other Friday, probably not. But I kind of hope it is. We need something. I mean, it's Bitcoin has just been so boring lately. Yeah, exactly. Good place to take some profit or take a set up a stop loss in profit. Absolutely agree. CME gap was resolved yesterday, so we don't have anything in our immediate vicinity, only the local CME gap to the upside. So we're chilling, and obviously going into a weekend, this is where CME gaps are formed. So very curious to see what happens here. Bitcoin on a daily, still being supported by the 50-day moving average. Zoomed in here so you can see 50-day moving average is looking real solid. Cass Bundy asked, the stock market's up too. What do you think about big indexes about around the all-time high? We're printing trillions of dollars. It doesn't surprise me at all. This is something that we have talked about, I guess, in the past more than in the past couple of weeks. Printing money and inflating the value of stock. They're giving a lot of this printed money to companies, and companies are able to inflate the value of their own stock by buying their own shares. And I think we just saw a historic buy the other day. I can't remember which company because this stuff kind of goes in one year and out the other. But I saw I can't remember. I wish I did know. But there was a company that just bought like I want to say millions, if not, it was like tens of millions, if not like 100 million of its own stock. And a company buying its own stock is kind of wild, you know. That's basically market manipulation to me. They're using profit from the company to invest in their stock to make the stock more profitable, to make the company more profit. It's a scam. So I think all this stuff that's going on is a way of masking inflation. The dollar is getting weaker. Companies are getting more valuable. Companies are buying using that weak, worthless dollar to buy scarce assets like stocks. It's all just one big money manipulation scheme, and they're probably going to get away with it for another year or two before the dollar collapses in a much more real-time scenario. So I'm not very pleased with what I see, but I think the only thing that you can do with this type of information, especially when you're awake to the truth and you know the world is around you is asleep, the best thing you can do is just prepare. Maybe you cross paths with the like mind here and there and you can have friends, but for the most part, I don't really find it entertaining to spend time with NPCs, and the world is filled. I think 80% of people are NPCs, maybe 80% of men are NPCs, 15% of them, so up to from 80 to 95%, those men are partial NPCs, and then maybe there's 5% of men in the world that are not NPCs. And women, it's like 90% NPCs, 9% half in, half out, and 1% with the actual mind. So everything that's happening right now is done with like such intent. It's done nice and slow and scaled in so gently that people fail to realize what's happening. It's just not something that you can look at in your day-to-day life and see a big difference. If you look at it from a macro chart and you look at the dollar's buying power in 1910 versus 2010, you'll see, oh, massive decrease. In fact, why don't we go back to the 1990s and see what $10 could have bought you at a grocery store versus what $10 can buy you at a grocery store today. But someone like me would look at that and say, what an absolute scam. This is treason. This is illegal. It's terrible. And I kind of live with that day to day, that knowledge. But what I do instead of flipping out about it is I prepare. I invest in Bitcoin. I invest in metal. I think silver is a really good idea as well. And I think that's the whole point of me having a chart over here. I really don't like having XRP on my chart because XRP's, what the fuck? Oh my goodness. New things. XRP is an absolute shitcoin. Silver. Wow, man. Wow, we just had a tumble. But something like silver, which is down to $24 and change right now from its all-time high of $50. Silver is a good buy. Gold is sitting around all-time high space right now. So gold, sure, it's a good buy as well. But what would you rather have? Something with almost a, at any point in time, silver can pop up to that all-time high space. What's gold going to do? Enter a theoretical space and start ripping like Bitcoin does? I don't think so. I think silver has a higher potential of jumping to an all-time high than gold has to doubling its all-time high. Yeah, I don't trade metals. I just I would recommend having some, because what if you need to buy something from a farmer if there's no internet? Gold is something they'll probably take. Bullets is probably something they'll take. A lot of things that are valuable to people in the world and have nothing to do with the dollar. The dollar is in a post-apocalyptic world. The dollar is absolutely worthless. It's fire starter. So, yep. Any other thoughts and questions, my friends? Not much to see here. dual band confluence, cooked RSI probably was a good place to take profit up there. If I can get into leverage trading, then I'll be a lot more scalpy. Yeah, physical silver. I buy online or buy. Look, you can buy good silver. It's kind of that buying silver from a pawn shop or something. Look, you're always going to pay a premium. Find out the absolute best premium that you can get, and chances are it's going to be online. And let me put this on vibrate before it goes nuts. I would say physical silver is probably better to buy online. Pawn shop, they charge nasty premiums. So unless you can find a pawn shop where you can negotiate a premium or buy some of this type of silver instead of that type of silver, maybe they'll sell you a block, 100 troy ounce block for less, for less of a premium versus buying individual coins. It just depends, but you would have to negotiate. Online is probably one of the best places to find physical silver. But female have a reason for looking nice will attract men, and they will offset their spending behavior if the man has a lot of income. Sure. Look, Pim, I'm not trashing women. Earlier I was talking about NPCs. I think there are liberated minds and there are completely enslaved minds. And what I was saying earlier was that 80% of men that I bump shoulders with have completely enslaved minds, 80% of those men. And I believe maybe 15% of men on top of that have a foot in and a foot out. They're willing to believe that 9/11 was not an inside job, but they think the government is corrupt. Wild. And then maybe 5% of men actually believe in self-sovereignty. Their mind is liberated, and they are truly on a quest to pursue the mastery of themselves and go down the rabbit hole and pursue all that which is good, wise, and beautiful. And I would just say that women, probably way more of them, are completely just bound by the matrix. They don't own their minds whatsoever, and they the base number is probably like 90%, and then it's like 9% of women are 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and then 1% of women are actually liberated minds. Like Trinity in the Matrix, very few of those. So anyways, I wish you all a beautiful day. I think we'll wrap it up here. Looks like we're getting a little bit of movement. Probably a good place to pop in that take profit, maybe open a little short, but things are looking sweet. Nice little Friday. Let's take what we got. I'll be catching you guys throughout the day. Hopefully I can do another late night Analytica show, maybe a lounge today, but I will be on a call, so we'll see what happens. To all you watching later, don't hesitate to reach out to me directly on Telegram or sazanalytica@gmail.com. I am opening my consulting services again, so you can schedule an educational service of trading coaching, Bitcoin education, strategy review, whatever you guys want to schedule. Happy to take it in and get you booked. So reach out, and I'll be seeing you guys on another show later on today. All right, everyone, take care. Peace.